Welcome to DeFi Crypto, today's crypto daily news. So let's double check that we're live. We should be live. I'm getting some notifications. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know when we're going live, when we're doing live streaming. Okay, coming. Yes, we are live. All right, so let's turn this on. Let's save. All right. Okay, so as always, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. I'll change my mouse. It's at DeFi Crypto T, and as you can see, you can send me messages and many times I answer. So if you want to DM me, best way is on Twitter, okay? DeFi Crypto T. Obviously, if you're sending me spam, I'm probably not going to answer. So if you have genuine questions about crypto and stuff, or if you have a project you want me to promote on my website and you have a lot of money to pay me, I'm going to do it. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to answer questions in the second half of the live session. So, what's in the news? Well, apparently it's tax time. And Crypto.com is nice enough to help, at least for Canada. I don't know other countries. I just saw this news item today. But I'm guessing since they're in other countries as well, they probably help you with taxes in your country. So check them out. This is for Canadian users. They help you write your crypto tax report. Apparently it's free, no cost, and easy as pie. It's 4 steps only, and they do 30 kinds of wallets, exchanges, etc., etc., etc. So check this out. If you need to report your taxes, at least for Canada. I'm guessing for other countries too, might be good for the US, Europe. I don't know. I just saw this and I wanted to report on it because I think that's nice if they can make your life easy to report your crypto taxes. All right. Okay. Yes, what's that? Feed burn. Yes, I will continue the series building a safe portfolio. I will. I'm going to make a video about it this week, most likely. Yes. I had to take a break. My day job changed my schedule. I couldn't find time to sleep. Now I'm rearranging my life and rearranging the time I'm making videos and going to the gym and sleeping and working and all that. You know, I have a busy life. So I need time for everything, and it was very disrupting. The new change in schedule was very disrupting. I just couldn't think straight. So that's coming. I'm gonna make a video about that. And there's a new time to be your own bank video, a very popular series. We're gonna talk about Luna a lot and new things that are happening with Luna in the Terra ecosystem, where you can maximize your earnings with Luna. We're going to talk a bit about the Mars protocol. We're going to talk about Lido. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. So that's coming. Oh, I think I have time to do that this week. So we're going to have the safe portfolio update. Some exciting stuff actually there. We found ways to make a very high percentage on some stable coins, so we're going to test that. Okay, so we're going to test it live on, well, not live, but on video. And so there's stuff coming, and we're going to talk about options. We're going to talk about perpetual futures on various, not just perp.com, but on various other platforms. I want to get into Dopex. Dopex looks very exciting to me right now. And might as well take advantage of lower Ethereum gas fees while we're at it. So it's coming. A lot of stuff's coming. Just I'm trying to do the daily news thing as daily as possible. Doesn't take too much preparation. I need less than an hour to prepare that. But for the other videos, sometimes it takes like 4 or 5 hours to prepare. It takes a long time. Okay, next item. We talked a little bit about Mars Protocol this week because it just got launched. And I like this guy, Route to FI. Follow him. He's super smart. He's got a ton of followers, lucky him. Unlike you guys, are you following me on Twitter? You better, okay? I'm not doing this for free, okay? I need followers. That's what you have to pay for these free videos. All right, so this guy's super smart. I love his stuff. He's got a ton of very fun and interesting strategies. A lot of them on stablecoins, so a lot of them are not that risky, but they're quite profitable. And right now he's trying to figure out, well, what's the deal with Mars Protocol? It says I can already stake Luna and borrow UST against it. You can do that on Anchor, as I explained many times. Hi everybody, we'll answer questions in the second half of the video. So he says here he doesn't know why he should use the Mars Protocol. Well, Mars is just beginning, okay? Gotta keep that in mind. And right now, we're gonna see that, I've got it somewhere, don't I? Oh, I forgot to put that page up. Duh. Anyway, Mars Protocol has some active strategies. You got Luna UST here, and you can earn 144%. Don't forget that there's going to be impermanent loss. Don't forget there's going to be, I think you get the earnings in their farm token, so there's a possibility of loss there. Okay, so it's not 100% safe, but what's interesting is that you have here a 1.94x strategy and a 2.0 strategy and a 1.61x strategy. So there's a chance of earning more because it looks like it's leverage yield farming essentially. So have a look at it. Again, very risky. The Mars Protocol, and they've been working at it for several months, but it just launched like this week. Okay, doesn't mean it's safe. Okay, so try small amounts, test it, see if you like it or not. All right. What else they got here? Anything important? Basically, you can use your ANC token, get 2x on them, whatever. Anyway, there are strategies that can be applied there. So it's worth a look. There's a lot of buzz about this project. The people behind it seem to be quite smart. So take a look at, and gradually there's going to be more and more information and more strategies available. All right. So Thailand, where I'm living, is planning to offer crypto payments to Russian tourists that are stuck here because of the war. Apparently some of the Russians that travel here have crypto assets and they'd like to use it to pay for things here in Thailand. So the Thai government is thinking about helping them. It's not done yet, but right now the problem that they face is that Visa and MasterCard basically cancel the service for all Russians. So if you're in let's say you're outside the country, let's say you're Russian, you're outside the country, like you're in Thailand, and you have a hotel bill to pay, what the heck do you do? Your MasterCard doesn't work, and your Visa doesn't work, right? Yeah, so they need to pay the bills, and that's why the Thai government said, well, you owe us money, so you might as well help, and we might as well help you pay us, right? So they're going to open up crypto facilities to help them. And on the same vein, because of the ban by Visa and MasterCard, China is asking Union Pay. Union Pay, for those who don't know, it's the equivalent of Visa and MasterCard, but for China. Okay. If you're in Asia, mostly you can get the Union Pay card. Okay. A lot of Asian countries take Union Pay. So it's the equivalent, and I think it's a good thing because honestly, it's not like 100% of all Russians, okay, are for the war, and a lot of them are going to be victims of these bans, these, you know, outright bans, especially like if they're traveling around the world. It's not their fault. The government is waging war against Ukraine, and then what's going to happen to all these tourists, right? Anyway. It doesn't mean I'm for the war. I'm totally against it. I think it's atrocious. I think it's disgusting. But it's a fact. There's a war. So, you know, some people, unfortunately, are going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place here. All right. Talking about the war, okay, is a major disruption, okay? And when there's a major disruption, typically gold goes up in value, okay? And is there a way to get gold in crypto? Yes, there is. You have two different crypto gold, at least two that we are aware of. Put them in red here so you can see. So you got Paxos Gold, which is PAXG, and Tether Gold, which is XAUT. Okay, let's make it in red here so you can see. All right. So, and these follow the price of gold, but you can buy them with no KYC or anything. Okay, it's they're crypto. Be aware, though, that Paxos and Tether are centralized organizations. Paxos, for instance, is regulated in New York State, as far as I know. I believe that's what it says. Paxos Gold. So anyway, it's listed on several major exchanges. It's big. There's over 500 million of it in circulation. And yeah, right here. It's a state-chartered company regulated by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Okay, so up to a point, that's a good thing. It's regulated, so they're not going to run away with your money. On the other hand, if the government in the U.S. says, okay, we forbid Canadians from buying this token, okay, they could do that. They could block it. Okay, or they could freeze your assets or whatever. Similarly with Tether, it's also a centralized organization. But anyway, at least you, if you want to get exposure to gold in the crypto market, it's feasible. How did it look? If you look at the price of Tether Gold for the last 14 days, it's been going up quite a bit, mostly because of the war. And same thing with Pax Gold. This is the last 24 hours, so let's look at 14 days. So there was a big jump here. I'm not sure what that was about. There must have been some news event at that time. Maybe the threat of the war, and then eventually the war actually happened, and then this is where we are now. Okay, for as long as there's major uncertainty, gold tends to do well. And personally, I have physical gold in my own personal portfolio. I always think that physical gold, it has a place in everybody's portfolio. Why? Well, let's say the end of the world happens, okay, and there's no internet, okay. Let's make it really dystopian, okay. What are people gonna do? Well, they're gonna trade in gold, like humans have been doing for thousands of years, okay. Because you cannot fake it, Okay, it's real. Okay, it's very difficult to fake gold, and we have the tools to detect fake gold now and everything. So, and there's a rather limited supply. It's not unlimited. Okay, so yeah, so consider that. Consider investing in that while there's a lot of uncertainty. Other things that you might consider is, what do we have here? We saw this thing. It went up and down quite a bit today, but if we look at 14 days, this is a really nice chart for the last 14 days. This is what they call the mirrored United States oil fund price chart. The token is MUSO. This is from the Mirror protocol. So you can buy, if we go to Mirror, you can buy tokens, and you can also short tokens. So you can go long or short, whatever. What is that? All right, so for instance, let's say you can even farm it and get some yield on this. All right, so where is it? Muso. Oh, where is it? Down here. All right, so if you go long on Muso and you farm it, you could earn 22% on it. You don't have to do that. You can also just hit trade here and look for Muso right here, and you can buy it or you can sell it. Okay, so to buy it you have to use UST for that, and you buy whatever you want. If you want to take advantage of if you want to take advantage of a war, there's a way to do it. Basically, why is the price of oil going up during the war is because Russia is the second largest exporter of oil in the world. And now there's a ban on buying anything Russian. So that means there's a lot of less oil available to buy. And who's a big consumer of oil? Europe. They don't. Europe by itself does not produce a lot of oil. There's a little bit in the North Sea, but it's not that much. So they have to import oil from Russia, Saudi Arabia, and a bunch of other people. And right now, they've got problems with Russia. So they can't get natural gas, which they desperately need because it's still winter over there, and they're going to freeze to death if they don't have a supply of natural gas. And they need oil for everything you need oil for. Okay? So what does that mean? That means the price of oil is going to skyrocket, probably even further than it did, for as long as there's a major conflict with Russia and it's not resolved. Okay, so expect the price of oil to be on an upward trend for a long part of this year. I don't know how long, 1 month, 10 months, a year, 2 years, I don't know. But there's definitely pressure to push the price up. Okay, so this is a way to bet on the rising price of oil using crypto. What else? Yeah, so there are lots of ways. So gold is definitely a good idea to look at. Oil is definitely a good idea to look at. I wish there were more synthetic assets like wheat and pork bellies and things like that, because all those are going to go up a lot because of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Okay, so but within the crypto world, it's not that easy to do. If you want to get into these other things, check if you can get to eToro. Okay, you can bet on wheat and pork and other commodities there if you feel like that. Okay, but again, keep in mind that those are bets. Okay, there's no sure thing on anything. If by miracle the war ends tomorrow and everybody's happy, well, things are going to sort of come back to normal at some point. But overall, there's not a lot of good news on the way right now. So things are pretty bad. Now, the other thing that you need to consider is I made the video about this already. So if you look here, I'm betting against the S&P 500 with MSPY because I'm borrowing it. I'm shorting it. Okay? It's a good idea to think about that because right now, what are the good news? I can't find a lot of good news that are going to push the price of the stock market in the US up. I don't have a lot of good news about that. Okay? The markets are very nervous because of very high inflation and because of the war in Ukraine. Inflation is going to go higher because the price of energy is going to go up, the price of food is going to go up, the price of other metals like nickel is going up like crazy right now. And you need nickel for all those beautiful electric cars, okay? Because a lot of the batteries use lithium and nickel. Okay, so you need a ton of nickel for all those cars. So that means electric car prices are going to go through the roof. Okay, so again, eToro might be a good place to bet on nickel. Okay, so there's a lot of things, okay, to think about with this war. It's not just on the surface. Also, you got to understand the reason why it's happening. I don't have an article to show you, but basically there's a war for several reasons, and one of the reasons is that Russia is tired of dealing with the US dollar. Okay, it wants to have the freedom to sell its resources like oil, gas, wheat, minerals like nickel and they have a ton of natural resources they want to sell. They want to sell to China, they want to sell to India, they want to sell to whoever they want to sell, and they don't want to be restricted by US regulations. So they don't want to deal it in US dollars. They want to deal it in whatever they want to deal it with. It could be crypto, it could be Chinese renminbi, it could be the Indian rupiah, it could be gold, it could be whatever. Okay? And every time a country tries to move away from the US dollar in international trade, there's a war that happens. It's inevitable. In Libya, President Gaddafi got assassinated because he wanted to create a gold-backed African currency for the entire continent. Earlier, Saddam Hussein, and you almost never hear about this, okay? But if you dig in the news, Saddam Hussein, okay, the war started there. You know why? The real reason is that Saddam Hussein wanted to sell its oil using the euro instead of the US dollar. As soon as he opened his mouth and said that, the war started as a coincidence. So so every time somebody wants to step away from the US dollar, it creates a lot of problems. Why? Because essentially the value of the US dollar, okay, is based on trade and mostly on the trade of oil. Okay, mostly. And anybody that says, okay, we're not going to trade in oil with US dollars, well, now they're risking a war. That's what that means. Okay? All right. Enough about the history lesson. Let's go to the next item here. What we got here? We talked about this. There's a lot of fun stuff happening here. Whoops, what did that do? Here, Bain Capital is creating a $500 million fund. This is a venture capital crypto fund. Okay, so if you have a crypto project, maybe you want to give them a call, and they might want to invest in you. So they're making a really huge crypto fund because they're really betting on crypto. So that's very good news. And if you like really crazy cartoons, maybe you're a fan of Adult Swim. And Will Carsola, one of the co-creators on that channel, really loves NFTs and thinks, they're the best thing since sliced bread. So you can read this article. It's kind of fun. I kind of like the irreverent look of these things. It's kind of funny. And personally, I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty. Are they going to have a Rick and Morty this year? God, I hope so. I kind of miss that cartoon. I haven't seen it in a while. All right, next item. See, this is to reiterate the fact that the EU is not in a good position right now. Okay, so here, Bitcoin stays above 38K while nickel surges to $101,000. That's per ton, okay, not per gram. That's because Russia is major producer of nickel and a bunch of other minerals that you probably never heard of. Okay, and this will raise the price of batteries. So the price of your iPhone or your Android is going to go up. There's a bunch of stuff that are going to push inflation up because of this war. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, we're not out of the woods. Okay, and the Federal Reserve and the Central Bank of the Federal Reserve in the U.S. and the Central Bank of Europe and many other central banks are also not in a good position because they don't have a lot of room to maneuver. Okay. Their problem is that they printed way too much money during the COVID crisis, and they artificially maintained the interest rates super low, like near zero for a long time. And now the inflation is coming very fast at them, okay, which was to be expected. And they're going to have trouble raising the interest rates because that raises the cost of the national debt of their respective countries. So more and more tax dollars are going to go to pay off interest on the debt. And they're already up to their eyeballs in debt. Okay? So that will make the debt compound even faster. So inflation is coming at them. It's already at 7.5%. We don't know what the new numbers are going to be once they take into account the Russian war, the Russian-Ukrainian war. But my bet is that it's going to go up. So I would not be surprised if we're going to end up in the U.S. with official numbers around 9 or 10% inflation this year. I would not be surprised at all. I hope not, okay? But I would not be surprised. And at that point, the Federal Reserve is going to say, oh, shit, we're going to need to raise interest rates a lot more than we wanted to. So they're going to try all kinds of things. One thing you're going to see, and mark my words, okay, read my lips right there, they're going to impose price fixing. And you're not, let's say you're a business in the US or Europe or whatever, they're going to forbid you from raising the prices of your goods and services, okay? Because they say you're creating inflation. The central banks created inflation, not the businesses, okay? And so you're going to hear the politicians talk shit about businesses that are taking advantage of inflation, and they're going to raise their prices through the roof, and they're trying to gorge to steal money from the poor consumers and all that. That's bullshit. Okay, that's political talk for we printed too much money and now we don't know what to do. That's reality, folks. Okay, this is not the first time in history this happens. This happened like for thousands of years. The Romans did the same thing 2,000 years ago. Okay, it happens over and over and over and over. If you look at history, this keeps repeating itself because governments always think the same way. Okay, they always mess up the economy. That's how they operate. All right, so these are important. The EU gets about 40% of its gas and 30% of its oil from Russia. So now that means you need natural gas to heat up your house and to do cooking, and businesses need it, and so on. And now 40%, almost half of the supply of natural gas that you had before is gone. That means the price is going to at least double within the EU. Okay, at some point, maybe not instantly, but it will. And similarly, oil is going to skyrocket even more than it did. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, this is going to create insane inflation. And Madame Christine Lagarde, the president of the EU Central Bank, is going to have to raise the freaking interest rate at some point, even though she doesn't want to. Okay, she's saying, oh, no, we don't have that much inflation. No, we don't. Don't look at those numbers. Don't look at that. Trust me. Don't trust her. Inflation's coming at people. If you're in Europe, it's coming at you. Okay, believe it or not, it is. And you're probably seeing it right now. The price of food's probably going to double because you're not going to get any wheat from Ukraine and Russia anymore. You're going to have to find wheat somewhere else. Okay, so your bread, if you're in France, your baguette is going to double in price. Okay, no doubt about that. And here, the London Metal Exchange suspended trading in nickel because the price went up like crazy. Because we need nickel in everything electronic. Okay, all the batteries that we're using use nickel, not just lithium. It's lithium nickel batteries. Okay. See, the London Metal Exchange has given a unit of China Construction Bank Corporation extra time to pay money in margin calls it missed Monday. So even, look, China Construction Bank is one of the top 5 largest banks in the world, and they ran out of money to pay their margin calls on nickel. This is not a small bank. It's twice the size of JP Morgan. Okay? Think about that. It's ridiculous. They got cut with their pants down. Look at the price. It was here, then it shot up right here. Look at this. This is totally vertical. Absolutely vertical. Don't you love wars? A lot of fun stuff happening. I swear, it's fun. What's this one? Well, apparently you can get virtual beers and digital orgasms now. That's what's coming to the metaverse, apparently. I haven't read the article. I haven't had a chance to read it, but the title is funny. It's probably worth a read. Guess what holiday falls on July 31st? Apparently it's National Orgasm Day. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought every day was National Orgasm Day. I don't know. Maybe I have too much sex. Okay. All right, so they're talking about NFTs and whatnot. It's kind of funny. NFT called "Take Me, Consume Me, and Captivate Me." Yeah, those sound good. All right. Anyway, it looks like a fun article. You probably should check it out. What was this one? Oh yeah, this is from the New York Times. They're talking about the problems with decentralized autonomous organizations because they're not fully recognized, and the SEC is all over some of them, even if they're recognized. Like they talk about one American Crypto Fed. They registered in Wyoming, where it's legal to register a DAO, and they wanted to issue some tokens, and the SEC went all over them to stop them from issuing tokens and blah 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 blah. So the thing is, and if you look here, this is an example of some of the most prominent decentralized organizations that exist, and there's a huge number of them. Okay, and the regulators just don't know what the hell to do with this stuff. They are totally overwhelmed. Okay, these are all DAOs of different kinds. Okay, they don't have to be Olympus DAO, although the article talks about Olympus DAO. The problem, okay, that the regulators have is that you see, when you have a project, a protocol, and it's audited, the audit is on the code, not the financials. The government wants audited financials, okay? And because they say, okay, all these crypto, they believe, okay, the SEC believes that all these crypto assets are securities meaning like stocks, like Apple shares, Tesla shares, and so on, okay? And there are other parts of the government that don't think it's securities. They think they're commodities or they're currencies or whatever they are. Okay. But one of the big issues is that they would like to see audited financials. Okay, what's the balance sheet looking like? What's the income and loss statements looking like? And I kind of understand that also, because a lot of protocols are just losing money while others are very successful in making money hand over fist. Okay, you can expect that most of the new protocols that come out are losing money in terms of traditional accounting. Okay. And that's one thing you need to be aware of before you invest in any of these new projects. Okay. The reason that the SEC is adamant about financial audits is that the government wants to tax the profits. Okay. They want the big fat hands all over your profits. And that's why the SEC wants to stop all this stuff, because they're not financially audited. And as far as I know, nobody is financially auditing any of it. Okay, so that's why you're going to see a lot of fights between regulators and crypto proponents. Okay, it's going to be a long battle. And it's always a good time to talk about perps. We're going to make more videos about this stuff, I promise. I have some strategies that I want to make videos about, but definitely check out the perps. It's a really fun and easy way to get involved in crypto. And if you place your bets right, you can make some money, but you can also lose it super fast. And in the description, there's a link, my referral link. And right now, how much money did they give me? Not a lot. Let me connect. You can get 20% off the trading fees on this if you use my referral link, which is in the description. And they pay me, so far I got a total of $2.60. Okay, so I'm gonna get really rich with this. No, but the fun part for you is if you like Perps, and I really like the interface. It's easy to use. It's fun to use as well. And they keep adding more tokens on this side. I would like them to add gold and oil and whatnot, but it's difficult to get the synthetics for that yet. At some point they will, I'm sure. But yeah, you can get 20% off the trading fees, which is, each time I make a trade, it's about $1, $2. So you save like 20 cents, 40 cents. But I'm using really small amounts. It's a percentage of your trade. I'm using only a couple $100 at a time when I trade. I'm very conservative, okay? When it's super risky, I put very small amounts. Anyway, all right, time for questions. Let's check out your questions. What are you guys talking about? All right, going back to the top. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, how are you? I'm doing great, thanks. Thank you for watching, by the way. Will I continue the series building the safe portfolio? Yes, I mentioned it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm definitely going to make an update. I'm really hoping for this week. Okay, it shouldn't take too much of my time to make it. It just is a new place I found. It's really neat. They go around DeFi and they try to find you the best rates. So I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna use it and see how it goes. Hello everybody. What is that? VUM. I don't know what that means, VUM. Thoughts about wave tokens and wax when you can. Wave. I'm not sure what wave is. Let's check it out. Yeah, let's go to CoinGecko. Wax, I know a little bit, but I haven't used it. Wax is mostly for games, no? Oh, come on, I want to search. Wave. Waves. This one, I guess? I don't know what it is. Never heard of this one. Wave. Okay, what is it? Waves Attack. What do they do? Community-based stack of decentralized open source technologies with scalable, user-friendly apps. Okay. So it's for coders? What? That's it? That's all there is on this page? Hang on. Waves enables a world of NFT, DAOs, and other business models. Scalable, eco-friendly. Sure, everything's eco-friendly. Okay, so there's money in this. Get waves. I don't know. It's to buy the token. Where to buy the token? Okay, great. So waves a native token of the waves. Oh, it's a new blockchain. You secure the network through staking, pay for fees. Okay, so it's gas. Now if we look at DeFi Llama, how big is this thing? Okay, so let's search for waves. This is waves. Oh well, there's $2 billion on this. Not so bad. There's only 4 dApps on this thing. Neutrino, Virus Finance, Waves Exchange, and Swap. Okay. And you're talking about it now because it's booming right now, right? I don't know. Let's look at Neutrino. What does it look like? Website. Infrastructure for plug-and-play algorithmic finance. Okay. Algorithmic stablecoin enabling. Okay, so they've got the USDN token. So you can mint some, you can stake some. You can trade national currencies. Let's look at the DApp. You know, don't tell me too much stuff. So that's Waves Exchange. That's the other thing. Is that listed here? Okay. So they created their several stable coins. Some are in US dollar, euro, and oh, you can do Russian ruble. And Chinese renminbi, Japanese yen, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. I guess if you want to bet on the ruble crashing, is there a way to short it? Got some pools here. The rates don't turn me on that much. What's that? Reward keep API base. Token annual percentage yields based on the current price of the reward token and the reward rates. You find out more on the facts. Okay. Okay. Looks okay. Doesn't look bad or anything so far from what I saw. But it's like yet another blockchain. Okay, what's the killer app on this thing? What's the compelling reason for using Waves? I'm not saying it's bad in any way. Okay, it looks okay. But what's the compelling argument for jumping into this right now? I don't know. I did not see that yet. If you have a compelling reason, tell me now. I'll have a look. When it comes to wax, wax been around a while. If it's the same wax I'm thinking of. Yeah, there's wax P and wax E. I remember that. And if I remember correctly, you have to be on Ethereum for this, no? Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff there. There's games and NFTs, and they have a lot of dApps as well. Just I never got into it. I think it's because it's mostly games or something, and I'm not a big gamer. Yeah, so there's all these brands and collectibles available, all kinds of stuff. Again, I think it's a good thing. Okay, I just personally, because I'm not that much into NFTs and I'm not that much into gaming, I'm not that interested in wax, but it's I think it's a good thing. I had a look at it earlier. I think it's okay. As to, okay, is it a good bet to bet on wax right now? I don't know. What's the price looking like? I don't know. Price is kind of going down right now. So there's a peak here and it kind of crashed, and this is what, November. Well, everything crashed in November, so that's not an indication that wax is bad or anything. Just an indication that everything crashed in November. All right, so Contrarian says arrow bag hand cash hand bag arrow. I don't know. Don't even need dystopian for gold to perform in a future of corrupted fiats. Yeah, but sometimes it's a little bit dystopian already. Yeah, but I think it's a good. This year, we're definitely going to see what gold does in times of uncertainty. I'm pretty sure gold is going to go up quite a bit further. I can be wrong, but that's what I think it is. What backs these? You mean the gold tokens? As far as I know, there's real gold somewhere, and that's why the Paxos is financially regulated. So that means they are audited, and somebody goes there and counts the ounces of gold that back each token. Do you have any news on Nemesis? Nemesis DAO. I did not check Nemesis. I don't know what's going on there right now. They're still in business or not? Nemesis. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in several weeks. I would have to switch to BSC. Well, it looks operational. The APY is not sky high, but it's still okay, I guess. Backing is double the price, which is what we expect from all own forks right now. I don't know, unless you know you have news right now. It looks okay. We could check on their Twitter, I guess. I don't think we can check on Discord right now. Discord was down an hour ago. Couldn't do anything on Discord. All right, anything new here? They got buybacks, and they're burning the NMS token every 10 minutes. Try to maintain the price. That sounds positive. Happy International Women's Day. Any women here today? Why aren't there more women in crypto? What is it? Why is it a guy thing? I never understood that. There's very, very few influencers you see on in crypto that are women. There's only one that comes up to my mind right now, Wendy O. I don't know if you follow her. She's fun. But why just her? I mean, crypto is too techie for girls. Like, what is this? I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, my sisters don't get crypto either, and I don't know why it's that hard. Anyway, do you also think that Tomb have a future? Well, the main Tomb thing, I'm pretty sure is still going to be around for a long time. There's a billionaire backing it. So if we have head to Tomb Finance, let's check if there are news there. Unless they tell us they shut it down. Why is this not clicking? Okay. That's from July last year. That's a little bit old. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to talk to Larry, he's going to be live. Sorry, I need water. Getting parched. All right. So, yeah, so he's going to have a live interview here. So, check it out. This was posted an hour ago. So, I guess that's coming soon. In a few hours. Anything new here? New farm, Tomb AVAX. I don't know. It looks all right. I think they're going to maintain this for a while. Maybe they're going to be able to fix problems with the model. It's not without a lot of problems, so hopefully they're going to fix it. What else you got here? Well, Rome, it's like I did a video like months ago, and the token basically just tanked since then, and I haven't looked at it. You know, it's also the issue of yet another home fork on yet another blockchain. Okay, Moon River, I think it's called. Do we really need that many new blockchains that basically just do the same stuff? Okay, I always want to know what's the compelling reason for creating a new blockchain. Okay, what problem does it solve that we don't have, that is not solved on Ethereum, not solved on AVAX, not solved on Phantom, not solved on BSC, not solved on Polygon, not solved on whatever? Okay, I have yet to find one. See, like right now, I'm very happy with layer 2. I told you this year, layer 2s are going to explode, like Optimism and Arbitrum. They take advantage of the Ethereum network, okay, and basically they speed up the transaction and they make them a lot cheaper, especially on Optimism. It's ridiculously cheap and ridiculously fast. Even compared to Arbitrum. Arbitrum is a little bit more expensive and a little bit slower, in my opinion. But we see a compelling reason for using Optimism or Arbitrum. Okay, speed and lower cost. So Moon River, like what the hell? Okay, is it that much faster, that much cheaper? That yeah, I have to go there. Okay, and try yet another DApp that might fail tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. Gold back yuan and ruble. Well, you could make gold back whatever you want. It's up to the country. Russia has a lot of gold. China has a ton of gold. A lot of it. They love gold there. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Asia, but Asians love gold. You have gold shops here next to every Starbucks, okay? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. People love gold here because they know it has real intrinsic value and that fiat doesn't, okay? When the price of gold drops here in Thailand, there's a line of people buying gold, okay, because they see it's a bargain, okay, and the shops run out. They have signs sold out. We ran out of gold, okay, and those shops are not small shops, okay. They've got millions of dollars worth of gold in them, okay. I saw that a few years ago. I forget the year, but the price of gold went down on the global marketplace. Lines of people rushing to buy it because they said, oh my god, this is the best price, let's get it now. Okay, that's how people think here. That's just a coincidence theory. Sure. Hello, Mr. Monaco. I'm lucky I've got another one of your live stream. Well, thank you for watching. Rick and Morty's NFTs, I'm waiting. Yeah, why can't we get that? Those would be super cool. Why can't we see that on OpenSea? I mean, can you imagine how much money they would make at Adult Swim if they were to issue Rick and Morty NFTs? I'd buy some. I'm a big fan of the show. Why can't we see that? I don't know. Don't worry about the inflation. It's all transitory. Sure, I believe them. Where you come from, crypto DeFi? Canada. But I'm not in Canada. I left Canada a long time ago. It's too darn cold. In Abracadabra or other borrowing platforms, when my position is reaching liquidity price, why would I want to add more to my collateral? Will that decrease my liquidation price? Okay, liquidation price. yeah, if you have more collateral, the price of the token in your collateral would have to drop further, okay, for you to get liquidated. So let's say you have a position on any lending platform, Abracadabra or whatever, okay, and the price of your collateral token is dropping, okay, and it's getting closer to your debt. So now you have a smaller margin of safety, right? So you have two choices: pay off this debt, okay, or add more collateral. So, you know, you can push this side up or push this side down so that you have a larger margin of safety. But it's your call. And if you say, oh, it's getting too risky, I don't know, I think the token is going to tank, whatever, just pay it all off and close your position, you know? You have to manage these things. Those are permissionless, okay? You don't have to ask permission. And the protocol is not going to call you at night and say, hey, buddy, you got to pay up or we're going to break your legs. It doesn't work like that. It's not traditional banking, okay? Traditional banking does that. They say, oh, you don't pay your debt, we're going to take your house, okay, or your car or whatever. Well, here nobody cares about that, okay? You have to manage your positions yourself, okay? That's what I like about crypto, is that if you do it right, it teaches you how to be more responsible about your finances and understand the underlying strategies and how the protocols work, okay? It's good for the brain cells, okay? You don't just go to the bank and trust your bank manager that he knows everything and so on. No. In crypto, you have to learn how to take care of your finances yourself. And you try to find places that provide information, and I'm trying to provide information to help people understand how things work. Okay, and hopefully you learn something as well. All right, where are we? I pushed too fast. Hello everybody, welcome. What? No middleman facepalm. I don't know what you're talking about. What's your strategy in such volatile market conditions? You stop your borrowing cycle in fear of being liquidated and place more bets going long, short. Tips on how to position in your borrowing now. Well, I talked about that a little bit. I borrowed a lot of money, actually, a lot of money. If you look here, I borrowed all these. Okay, why I borrowed that? MSPI is what? MSPI is the synthetic spider. Spider is an ETF that represents, it mimics the price of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is a broad market index. It has 500 different stocks in it, and its price represents the general sentiment of the stock market, okay, in the United States. Currently, there are not a lot of good news, okay? There's a war, which is creating, there's inflation that we had for a while, okay? Add that, the war, which is going to create even more inflation because the price of oil is going to skyrocket, the price of food is going to skyrocket, the price of raw materials like nickel and other things that we use in our phones and all that is going to skyrocket. So inflation is going to go up a lot. If inflation is going to go up a lot, the central banks at some point are going to be compelled, they're going to be forced to raise interest rates, or they're going to default on their debts. Can you imagine if the United States says, okay, we're not paying back the debt. Total economic collapse around the planet. Okay, so they can't do that. Or they'll have to invent a new solution that nobody's used yet. But most likely they're going to print more bills, and they're going to have to raise inflation somewhat. Not raise inflation, sorry. They're going to have to raise interest rates. So, because there's so many bad news, I borrow the MSPI because I think the price of that token is going to tank this year. Okay? And I'm using that as leverage to earn more on my AUST, which I use as a collateral here. So that's one strategy. Another strategy that I explained earlier today is you buy some MUSO, MUSO, which is the United States Oil Fund. So the United States Oil Fund invests in assets related to oil. Oil is going to skyrocket, and it already did because of the war. Because Russia is the second largest exporter of oil right after Saudi Arabia. So you take a bad situation and you try to make the most of it. Okay? Oil skyrocketing, okay, you invest in oil. The stock market's crashing, well, you short the stock market like I'm doing here. Gold goes up. I talked about gold earlier. You can buy, where is it? No, that's the wrong one. You can buy Tether Gold, XAUT, and you can take advantage of the price of gold going up, or you can use the Paxum Gold, PAXG, okay, which is taking advantage of the unfortunate situation in Ukraine right now. Okay, when there's a lot of uncertainty, gold goes up. So those are plays you can take when the situation is insane, like what we are having right now. Okay, and those are not safe bets, but they're good guess bets. Okay. We have to make sure that we have a good chance of making a profit out of this and minimize our potential losses. Okay. Did you have another look at Strong Block? Crashed a lot since I last mentioned it. Light paper was dropped and it looked promising. But is a new light paper? What? I don't know. I didn't look at it. Any thoughts on MetaMask not being truly decentralized and any viable alternatives? Yes, there is, and I'm going to make a video about it. Okay, that's coming hopefully this week. I'm hoping I'm going to have time for it. As I said earlier, I'm trying to rearrange my life, okay, because my day job schedule completely changed and I couldn't find time to sleep and my head was like, bleh. So I'm trying to rearrange my schedule so I have time to sleep, work, make videos, and go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, my brain doesn't work, so I need that too. Yeah, Discord down right now still, right? Yeah, that sucks. It's centralized. That's why it's down. We need decentralized Discord. Why nobody's making decentralized social media right now? There was these projects that said, "Oh yeah, it's coming," but I've been waiting a year for them and nothing happened yet. Maybe I should do that myself. Oh my god. Thoughts on Pulse DAO and another Tomb fork? I don't know, man. There's a lot of Tomb forks. Please update your time to be your own bank on new platforms. Yes, it's coming. I'm going to make this week, I hope this week, a new time to be your own bank video on a very elaborate and very fun strategy with Luna. We're going to look at Lido, we're going to look at Mars, we're going to look at Anchor and Mirror. And we're going to do a really nice, long strategy to take advantage of all kinds of good stuff. Okay? And hopefully make money and not lose our shirt. So that's coming. What do you think about declaring income and business income versus capital gain? Depends on your tax rates in your country. You see, like for instance, in Canada, small businesses for, I think the first 4 or 5 years have really low income tax rates. Okay, they try to encourage people to start new businesses in Canada. And probably in other places, I'm just citing one example, okay? So check with your accountant, okay? Because tax laws change from country to country, state to state, province and province, and each places, each jurisdiction got their own tax benefits and tax laws and tax credits and all kinds of fun stuff. So talk to experts. Sometimes it's better to declare a capital gain, sometimes it's better to declare a revenue, and sometimes you don't have a choice, depending on what kind of business practices you're doing. So check with your accountant for that. Waves is like Luna, but more centralized. Okay. I don't like more centralized. I want more decentralized. Do you own virtual land in Sandbox? No, not yet. So what are your long-term plans in crypto universe? Depends what you mean. What will be next big thing? Metaverse, NFTs, DAOs, DeFi 2.0. I think we're going to be at DeFi 3.0 very soon with VE33, which is what's behind Solidly. Anchor is moving into that. I think Nexus is moving into that. There's a bunch of innovations that are starting to spread. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of stuff. The metaverse, too early. NFTs, we're going to see a lot more use cases for NFTs. It's not just going to be pretty pictures. Okay, it's going to be like VIP passes to events. It's going to be the way we're going to buy a car, the way we're going to buy a house. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. So NFTs are going to be super big. 1,000 times bigger than it is now, at least. Okay, and eventually stocks are going to be NFTs. You're going to see things are going to change a lot in the next 10 years. Okay, NFTs are going to be very commonplace. Everybody's going to deal in NFTs. I think everything social media is going to be an NFT. Everything you post, like a tweet, is going to become automatically an NFT. A video that you post on YouTube is going to be automatically an NFT, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Everything created by human beings are going to be saleable and they're going to be merging with NFTs. Okay, mark my words. I'm pretty good at predicting long-term stuff. Okay, not short-term. I cannot tell you Bitcoin's going up or down the next hour, but I'm very much a visionary, and I can perceive trends long term, like the next several years. Okay, I'm very good at that. On Force RMS, totally agree. I heard Fort rugged hard by one dev who went rogue. That's quite possible. I don't know. I did not check that. Economy, Omi, and Elephant Money, lots of hype. Do you think it's good investment? And have a look. Angel knows the same creator of NMS. I had a look at Elephant. I'm not totally convinced it's a good thing yet. Okay, I'm not totally convinced it's a good thing yet. I would need to really go a lot deeper into it before I make a serious opinion. You are a crypto educator that create and produce things not dissimilar to a developer, in my opinion. Do you believe that the community is toxic and too entitled? Do you ever feel like you want to exit for good? Me personally, no. I don't want to exit. I'm having too much fun. There's a lot of toxicity in crypto, but then again, there's a lot of toxicity in social media in general. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. there's a lot of trolls, a lot of angry people that somehow feel entitled and they think that you ate their lunch and that think you're pushing bullshit or whatever. And my philosophy is that my favorite thing to do is hit the block button. I enjoy it. Okay, so when people, try to spread FUD on my YouTube channel or my Twitter, not so much on my Twitter. So far, I've been okay on Twitter. But if there's a lot of FUD on my in my YouTube comments, first of all YouTube comments have to be reviewed by me. Okay, so whatever you post there, it typically doesn't show until I approve it. Okay, and if you're pushing shit, you're gonna get blocked. Period. I don't have time for negativity. Okay, life's hard enough. Okay, and I like to enjoy my life and not have to deal with a bunch of crap. Okay, so if you don't like my videos, that's fine. There's 100 million other people making other videos that you might like better. Go and watch them. Okay, you don't need to tell me that I'm an idiot or that I don't know what I'm talking about and blah blah blah, unless you can prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Don't just argue and say, Chris, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I want you to be constructive. Okay, you can say, Chris, I think you're wrong here because of this point, this point, this point, and this point, and you can tell me where you got the information. Okay, and then I'll review that, and if I'm incorrect, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm not that proud that I think I know everything. I don't know everything. So if I'm wrong, prove it. I like a good discussion. Okay, I like to argue my point, and I'd like you to be able to argue your point without going nuts and losing your mind. Okay, let's talk like adults. I'm not 12 years old. Okay, I'm many times 12 years old. I'm almost 5 times 12 years old. Okay, yeah, I had time to grow up a bit. So grow up and talk like an adult. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm not gonna exit. I'm not as sensitive as I think poor Andre Cronje is. But Andre, to be honest, okay, I mean, he's a very well-known public figure. I'm not that well-known. Okay, millions of people know about him. So he probably received truckloads of shit from people that weren't happy with him at some point or another. I got my share, but I'm sure it's negligible compared to his share. But yet, there's a way to deal with this and not lose your mind, okay? Hire a PR person or a personal assistant, okay, to go through your tweets and go through your Discord or whatever, okay, and moderate that, and, don't start sweating because people say they want to kill you because they lost their money on their project. Okay, it's stupid. All right, guys, more than girls, because crypto is largely seen as gambling, and statistically, girls gamble less than guys. Oh, well, that could be true. OX7D54 on Twitter is a crypto whale. She's a Wi-Fi and Panda whale. Well, maybe we can have a look at her. Let's have a look. Where's Twitter? Come here. 0x. What's her number? 7D54. Oh, there she is. Decentralized finance analysis, DeFi NFTs, one art collector, World of Women NFT, curator of the World of Women Fund. Well, that's good news. Oh, I'm going to follow. Why not? Follow her. I like to see girls in there. I mean, you know, it's important to have crypto for everybody. All right, men are risk takers and pioneers. Women are risk avoiders. They come only when things are ready. I understand the feeling. I think a lot of people, guys or girls, doesn't matter to me, buy the hype too much. And me, the way I approach things and I try to show in my videos is, okay, forget the freaking hype, okay, forget the marketing. Let's look at the fundamentals. How does this protocol actually make money? Okay, that's important. You need to know where the yield comes from. Does it come from my pocket? Or does it come from an activity that is actually generating a yield? Okay? That's what we need to know. Okay? And that's why I always say that Titano, Drip, and all those things are scams, because they claim to give you income, but what they do is just take money out of your wallet and put it in another guy's wallet, and then take from that guy's wallet and put it back in your wallet, and so on and so forth. And the numbers don't freaking add up. And I'm trying to explain that to people, and they don't see it. They don't understand the freaking numbers. And yes, you can make a lot of money with Drip. And yes, you can make a lot of money with Titano. But short term, okay? Long term, they're going to run out of cash if nobody else puts in new cash, okay? It's not like that on Balancer. It's not like that on Aave. It's not like that on Yearn. Those are like the top projects of the world, okay? Those actually generate value, okay? Drip doesn't generate value. It steals from, it's like a Robin Hood. You know the story of Robin Hood? Take from the rich and give to the poor. Well, it takes from one wallet and gives to another wallet, and takes from that wallet, gives to yet another wallet, and it just steals money from everybody, okay? And if you're able to get out early, yeah, you make a profit at the expense of all the other investors inside, and I think that's evil. It's unethical and it's evil, okay? And that's why I'm not happy with those projects. And again, some people will argue that I'm wrong, but that's their choice. Many governments are coming up with their own cryptos. Will they help stabilize the market, avoiding FUD? No. How do you call them again? CBDBs or whatever they were. Central bank digital currencies. Yeah, CBDCs. Okay. CBDCs are just the same fiat, okay, but electronic, without paper. So they're still going to print too much of it, okay? And basically, it's just a pump and dump that's going to happen. And basically, the only reason why the US dollar has any value, and the euro has any value, and the Japanese yen has any value, and so on, and so on, and so on, is that you're forced to use them. They don't give you a lot of choice, okay? And the US dollar mainly exists because of oil, because all oil is traded on US dollars. That's its major use case, okay? There's trillions of dollars traded in oil every year, okay? That's a major use case for the US dollar. It's like any token. Like why Ethereum is so strong, it's because it's used everywhere, okay? It has a lot of use cases. If nobody trades Ethereum, it will lose its value. Nobody's interested in it, okay? Same thing with the US dollar. If nobody trades oil in US dollars, the US dollar is going to crash, Rome DAO, they are reconstructing the strategy game. Check it. I'm not in a hurry. They've been working at this for a long time already, and not much has happened. When they're ready and when it's actually working, then yeah, I'll have a look again. After Ether 2.0, layer 2 protocols, Arbitrum won't be as relevant anymore. Perhaps, but I'm not holding my breath for Ethereum 2.0. I need to trade now, not next year and 6 months or 2 years from now, whenever the heck Ethereum 2.0 comes out. Okay, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I mean, if Ethereum 2.0 solves every problem we've got with blockchain, then yeah, Arbitrum is going to die, Optimism is going to die, AVAX is going to die, Phantom is going to die, whatever. But we're not there yet. I cannot build a house with no ground under. Okay? You need to build on something. Okay? You cannot invest in vapor. Isn't Moon River part of Polkadot? Hence, doesn't run on Polkadot? Yes, it does, and who cares? What does it do that helps us so much? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? If you know what's compelling about Polkadot, tell me, because I don't see it. On my finance, the white paper I see 3.5% liquidation fee. Is that correct? Probably. It looks okay. I haven't verified that, but it looks all right if you saw it in the white paper. It's not a big liquidation fee. Compare that to 12%, I think, on Abracadabra. 3.5 is pretty good. And also, most of the loans on my finance, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're 0% interest. I mean, it's free lunch. Thank you for your explanation. I'm learning so much about finances. Please keep it up. Thank you for watching. I'm really happy you're here. Spider. Yeah, we have spiders. Modern monetary theory, answer to all inflation problems. Yeah, I believe that too. Okay, sleep, work, crypto, big up, bicep. Yeah, I've got bicep. I've got 20 inch arms, folks. Personal question. Can you live off your crypto earnings? Nope, not yet. I don't have a really big portfolio right now. And I had a lot of expenses to pay, so I had to take crypto out and pay some bills and all kinds of crap. Life interferes with my crypto. Gym rat. Yeah, I've been a gym rat for about 40 years, people. Have you used Pionex trading bots? Nope. Pionex is cool, apparently. I haven't used Pionex. Where's Pionex? You have a Twitter? Let me check the time. I'm gonna need to cut this short. Yes, I'm gonna be late for an appointment. Hey. All right, so Pionex, we'll watch that another time, and I'm gonna cut it short now. So come back tomorrow around the same time, give or take around 1 p.m.-ish. US Eastern Time, and we're going to try to do that between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. because at 3 p.m. I have to start my day job. All right. Okay, so I gotta go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video so that YouTube sends me more viewers. Okay, and subscribe the YouTube channel and subscribe to my Twitter. Okay. Finally, we're over 3,000. Finally, it took forever to get there. But we want to get 4,000. So follow on Twitter, follow on YouTube. Don't forget to ring the bell so you know when I'm starting my videos, my live videos. And don't forget to like the video, okay? This way YouTube will send me more viewers. I want eyeballs, okay? All right, thank you so much. Thank you very much for watching and your question. Love your questions. Keep them coming, okay? And we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye everybody.